Who was the team that you're looking at that may have struggled or may have started bad and now is good, or the vice versa, man?
It's the team that's motivated this topic. Like last week, I tried to float. You know what? Let's talk about the Bucks. Let's give some love to Milwaukee after the way they started, and after people were like, this is just another reincarnation of the Glen Rivers disappointment train. Um, but like one thing that we forgot oh so quickly is that they have one of the best players in the NBA, and they're playing in one of the weakest conferences, um, well, the weakest conferences in basketball, and that's the Eastern Conference. Over the last 10 games, they're 9-1. They're back in the win, like on the positive side of the win column, and they're climbing up the rankings quite quickly. Wouldn't be surprised if we see them in the top three by the end of the year. But as I said, they've got one of the best players in the NBA. Giannis averaging 35, 11, 8, two blocks over the last 10 games, really just lifting them up. Some much needed wins. They had a few like bad bounces of the ball earlier in the season, so they were probably rubbed a wee bit the hard way, like with that game with the Hornets, where they got called for a foul when LaMelo tripped over. But yeah, it's just amazing to see how far this team has come. There's still major questions. I don't know if they're going to be a deep playoff contender. They've got a really aged roster, and they've got massive gaps that they need to fill. Like Brook Lopez, I don't think he's the way forward, but it's good to see they're getting enough production out of that team to at least influence some wins in the win column. What do you think about that team?
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Listen, as much slander that we throw on Glenn Rivers, as much slander as we throw his way, I think was I don't know if NBA Central put it out where it was, Doc Rivers when he said, "I'm going to start trying now," and now they've just gone on this crazy run. I mean, fair credit to the Bucks. I agree with what you say about Brook Lopez as well. I think Brook Lopez, 35. I think he's going to be 36 next season or next year.
Wait,
Nah,
hold up. Wait, did you say he's 35 this year and he might be 36 next year?
I'm just getting confused with the ages.
Just had to check because, like, I don't know. Yeah, math's a lot more simple than you made it sound just then.
Hey, you not seen the movie? Jennifer Garner, 13 going on 30? That could be Brook Lopez, man. It could be 30, hey, 35 going on 45. Hey, we never know, man. Or he could be like Thon Maker. He could be, one of those African passports, He's
Yeah,
32, but actually like he's 19.
or like Buddy Hield, where like he gets drafted, then like a year later it comes out that he's like 2 years older than he actually was listed at draft day. Like, surely you're like filling out the form. Yeah,
Have you seen what
you're
they do in South Korea? I think it's South Korea. Like where I think all their years, a couple of years ago, they got like a year taken away from their age because there was like a famous footballer. He was 28, and then all of a sudden his age became 27. I don't know. Hongmin Sun, is that how you say it? Sun Ming Hung, something like that. I'm not even trying to be racist. That's legit name. No, I'm not even kidding. That's actually his name. But anyway, like that's what I was trying to say. Um,
yeah.
listen, yeah, I think the Bucks. Giannis, I'm so surprised that Giannis is not top three MVP right now. Like credit to AD. AD was cooking that first little bit of the season, but yeah, I think Giannis, the way that he's played, I would probably have him second only to Nikola Jokic. That's it. Because man, the way that he's been playing, unreal. I think was he leading NBA in scoring right now. I think the Bucks are on a resurgence. Fair credit to them, fair play to them. I think it's a long season, but they're definitely showing that it's a marathon, not a sprint. So they came out slow, but they're starting to slowly rebuild. I probably agree with you as well. I'd say top four seed. I think the Celtics and the Cavs are top two, and then I think the Knicks, the Bucks, probably competing. And the Magic as well are competing for that third, fourth, and fifth. So now credit to the Bucks, man. I think not a championship. I wouldn't say they're going to win a championship, but yeah, in terms of seeding wise, top four for sure. Second round team for me, but Giannis could be trying to get a third MVP right now, man.
Yeah, one thing I will say, does this added performance by them, does it motivate you to watch them more often? Um, has it moved the needle enough? Is Giannis enough of a draw card? I think this point in the season, watchability is a massive, massive part of basketball because a lot of these games they don't carry the same weight. The NBA Cup goes a long way to adding a bit of weight, but are they popping up on your radar of teams to check into more often?
Yeah, because I bet on Giannis points every game, so
Take
I
the
have.
overs.
Nah, but yeah, even then, I still think he's a great player to watch. I know it's his style of play is not what's it called? It's not everyone's cup of tea because it's a lot of bully ball, a lot of physicality, get to the basket, dunk. But I like to watch it, man. I just like to watch dominance. And if someone's gonna average 35 points, I think it's at 32 right now, but over the stretch it's been 35 points per game. I'm gonna want to watch that. And plus they've got Dame time on that team too, so that's a pretty entertaining team for me, man. I mean, Doc Rivers. He's had some entertaining teams throughout his career, but yeah, this one's definitely up there purely because you've got two-time MVP winner on there, and then also Dame, who we know he can go for 40 and 10 threes any day.
Yeah, nah. And it's like, to be fair, we want more competitiveness in the East. To see another top level team playing like a top level team, um, everyone stands to benefit.
Yeah, because no one was
Yeah.
trying to watch. Yeah, well, I mean, I know it was great. Celtics and Cavs dominated, but hey, listen, we just needed someone else to come out of the woods. And I think the Magic and the Magic, the Knicks, and the Bucks are now starting to steady their ships and starting to be teams that are there.
Yeah, because as much as it was nice to see Cam Thomas and the Nets push almost every single game down to the wire, there's something about like a true, I was gonna say true blue, but I don't know if that really fits here. But like a true tried and tested NBA team having success, and like now, like you start to circle games on the calendar. Like anytime the Bucks come up against the Cavs, the Knicks, any of those teams, the Celtics, like that's must watch TV. And I'm sure we'll jump on calls and we'll discuss it and talk about our takes and whether like you start to talk about, well, geez, what are the playoff implications of a nice win here? Like, are they now a favourite in a series against these teams? So yeah, I love all the dynamic changes that come from this. Follow up question though, before you go into your team, Philly. Do we think at some point they'll have a similar turnaround if Embiid can be healthy for a extended stretch, or are you still holding out on them?
Nah, for me, nah, I don't see it for Philly because I think Embiid is far too important. I just don't think Embiid's going to be healthy enough. Because I mean, what the Philly said that Embiid's the plan is still for him not to play back to backs. And what is it? I think they've got 5 back to backs in January, or it's this month or January that they've got 5 back to backs. Then in March they've got 5 back to backs. So at some point in time they're going to have to go on the run. And Giannis played back to backs throughout this little stretch here. I know he missed like one game, but he played the back to backs that he needed to play. So that's why they were able to win games. And even that Hornets game that they should have won because of that stupid call, he played the back to back. So I'm looking at this team, the Bucks team. That's probably going to be the difference between them and the 76ers. And that the 76ers, Paul George, is he healthy? Is he not? Embiid, is he healthy? Is he not? And I mean, that's just, yeah, I don't see it for them. So I still say I don't see it for Philly, but the Bucks, credit to them.